I'm here at Apple headquarters in Cupertino, where Steve Jobs just took the wraps off of iPhone OS 4.0. It'll be available to everybody this summer. Developers get their hands on it today. So what's inside? Well, a few things that we expected and a few that we didn't. The most eagerly anticipated feature is probably multitasking. Finally, the ability to run more than one third-party app at once. Android and Palm already had it. Now Apple does too. Jobs argued that Apple's implementation is better because it won't slow down your phone. Another thing, iAd. This is Apple extending its influence over the iPhone ecosystem, not just to the device and the software and the App Store, now to the ads that run on the device. Jobs said that this implementation of ads is a lot more beautiful, a lot more immersive, it'll deliver more emotion, and it's a huge market. Jobs argued that because there are going to be more than 100 million iPhones and iPod Touches out there by summer, that he can deliver 1 billion ad impressions a day. And that number is huge, potentially, for advertisers. He thinks that Apple is the one to really deliver that experience. This is really a shot at Google, though, and he took quite a few during his presentation. Not only did he say that mobile isn't about search, where Google's strong, it's about apps where Apple is strong. He also said that Apple is kind of a better place to play. He pointed out that because of Apple's controls over the App Store, it's a clean place, whereas Google's Android phone has some app stores devoted entirely to porn. And he said you can find it, your kids can find it, and your kids' friends could find it. He also pointed out that Apple, in pursuit of its advertising strategy, had planned to buy AdMob, but that Google snatched it away. But ads weren't all he talked about. He also had some good news for enterprise users who want to be able to use the iPhone in their work environment more securely. There are more features for encryption. It also is easier under iPhone OS 4.0 to manage the devices alongside other things like BlackBerries and Windows mobile phones that are already being used inside the workplace. And finally, he talked about social gaming. Games are incredibly popular on the iPhone, the most popular type of software, and now Apple is adding a capability to be able to figure out what your friends are playing and to challenge them in a game. This is really a threat to Facebook, which had been really the social glue connecting people across the net and even on mobile. It definitely puts Apple in a position where it's more competitive with some of the hot technologies going on in Silicon Valley right now. We'll have to wait till summer to see whether once people get their hands on the software, they're as excited as Steve Jobs is. Oh, but a couple of caveats about that software. If you've got one of the 2 older versions of the iPhone, you can forget about multitasking. It won't work. It'll only work on the 3GS and the new version that we expect to see this summer. Aside from that, well, we'll wait till we get our hands on it and tell you what we think.